So the first thing that I would actually recommend, the first thing I recommend for upgrading your Mini is the barrel. The stock barrel is very, very good, but it's a 12-inch. I would prefer a 14. It looks phenomenal, just a nice simple thing. 691 bore, works great for me. I shoot RPS, so it works pretty well. If you were going to get another barrel, I'd suggest, get it in not only the interest of, okay, what's the best barrel for everybody, but what's the best barrel for you. You're the one paying for it. It's going to be on your gun. You're going to be shooting with it. So whatever you prefer. I play a lot of woods ball, and that's where I originally took my paintball roots. So I don't really like Tippmans. All my friends have Tippmans, and I always pick at them. I'm like, oh, you shoot Tippman, you're a loser. So I just went ahead and got the Apex, because they have flat lines, and I'm getting absolutely smoked out there. So I just went ahead, keeping up with the Joneses, got an Apex barrel. This one I got from Action Village. It's a Lapco barrel, Los Angeles Paintball Company, 690 bore, so slightly smaller than the Invert Mini stock barrel, but it's got the Apex tip on it, 8-inch, and it works really well getting the balls. And let's say you don't have an Apex and you're interested in getting one. I've got a nice little trick that'll actually, it'll put all the Apex myths to rest. Will it work? So let's say you get yourself like an index card or a postcard or something, and all you have to do is fold it up pretty tight. You need something pretty stiff. Alright, so I'm going to put my stock barrel in, and this really works, but you have to be a little bit careful, otherwise you'll shoot your fingers. So, okay, you've got your barrel, and basically all the Apex does is this number right here. Your paintball will actually, and this will be like the Apex on the max setting. Your paintball actually just goes ahead, and when it hits the little plank right here, it puts the spin on it. So all you have to do is go out with your paintball gun and just shoot, and just try to vary your degrees and angle. Just make sure you don't put your finger out in front of the barrel, because you'll actually shoot your finger. Just be pretty careful. You can try it from the side, you can try it underneath to get the drop effect, and you can see actually how much the spin effect is on the balls. Is really cool. If you just want to fool around and see the max range of your paintball, this is your 2-cent way to figure out if an Apex barrel is actually worth getting. For some reason my focus is going out. So that's a really cool thing. Going back away from the Apex, if you're more like a speedball guy, custom products, you also mentioned, that's also mentioned a lot on Tech TV. Custom products, 90% sure they started out as like an aluminum manufacturer. I became their fan because they sold a lot of yo-yos, and their yo-yos are absolutely fantastic. They're metal, made out of aluminum. They just took their whole machining process and applied it to paintball, and they've become legendary after that. Me being a supporter of Tech PB, I got the limited edition barrel, and I'm not sure if it looks like it's the same color in the camera light, but it is different. It's got like a tiny little bit of a plum color, but it works real well. Just like the mini stock barrels, the 691. One piece, I've never been a real fan of the 2-piece barrels. I've tried a couple, they work fine. I just like, like the 1-piece barrels that are simpler, less maintenance, and you just screw them on and they work. This is a 14-inch. It works really well. You can go back and see my Invert Mini rotor video where I was just lighting up this basketball. Dead on accurate. It works very well. It's manufactured by CP, so Tech PB or not is going to work well. If you're not a fan of Tech PB, or you just really don't care for the logo on your gun, you can also get just the regular CP 1-piece. I believe they come in different bore sizes. And it's also $30, so Tech PB or not, it's $30 for a good quality barrel if you so choose to upgrade. Okay, so now that you've got your barrels, you might have, I've got my stock, the CP Tech and the Apex. after barrels, I would say go for the board. The boards are a little bit expensive. I'm not sure if Tadao makes one, but I do know they have a Virtue board and they have a Virtue OLED. I wouldn't recommend getting the OLED because they give you this little black cover and it's just plastic, and you have a nice quality metal one here. So you're actually better off using what Invert ships out than what Virtue will give you, even though they are a good company. If you're really hardcore savvy with everything, you could actually, grind out a little small window for it, but that is a little bit tricky. I wouldn't do it unless I found a replacement cover that I could buy, and I would try it. But right now, I'm gearing up for the 2010 CFOA, which is cap semi, and if you put this mode in semi, it won't cap out until it gets to 20 balls per second, which is too high. I won't be legal, and the PSP mode is 10.5, which is still too high. So usually a board is what you're going to need to put yourself in compliance with your official tournament rules when you're using a mini. The Optimus 1.2 board that comes stock inside just doesn't cut it. It's a nice recreational board, good for practice, but when you have to adhere to rules, avoid penalties and stuff, you're going to need another board. Which brings me to my one recommendation why not to get the mini. By the time you put, you get the mini for about $3 and change right now, unless you get lucky. You add the board for, let's say, another $80 to $100, and you add a barrel. By the time you get all that money together, you could have saved yourself up for a much nicer gun, let's say an E-Tech, for example. That's what I would have gotten in alternative to this. So you can get the money, you can get the mini and upgrade a little bit, or you can just save up and for another gun because, once you add all these ups for it, that's pretty much a better gun.